Let's talk about fear. Fear is something that is innate within us. It was bred into our DNA as a means of survival. And in today's society, we may not face physical danger like we used to, but this fear mechanism is still very much pervasive in our intellectual and creative pursuits. And because it's such a powerful emotion, it really takes hold and limits what we do and what we say. However, one thing that's important to understand is that you will not get where you want to be unless you can learn to overcome fear. Growing up and even into more recent times, I was afraid of what people might think of me with the stuff that I put out. I was too afraid of sharing my experiences and posting the long-form content that I do. I was too afraid of posting the pictures that I take or these videos that I'm making now. But as the saying goes, everything you want is on the other side of fear. And what that means is simply that you cannot reach the goals that you want and achieve the things that you want without being able to cross that threshold of fear. You need to learn to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Nothing changes within our comfort zone. In that comfort zone, life stays the same and things become stagnant. We get too content with where we are and we don't want to achieve anything more. We become too passive with our own lives and too afraid to demand more of ourselves. But fear itself is something that is so natural and it's gonna happen regardless of what we do. It will not go away. So the best thing you can do is understand this feeling, accept it when it happens, and learn to overcome and push beyond it. You have to move on in spite of fear, knowing that what you want and what you're trying to achieve is right there on the other side. You can't let being afraid stop you from doing the things that you want to do or doing the things that you're interested in. We get caught in this trap of worrying about what other people are going to think about us, when in reality, no one gives a shit. Yeah, you might look silly or you might stumble in front of others, but they're going to forget about that as soon as it happens. The things that they will remember are the things that you accomplish and the way that you make them feel. If you do what you enjoy and you do something inspiring and you touch others with that, they're going to remember that feeling. And they're gonna remember you for that feeling. The reason why I put these videos out without any kind of scripting or very little preparation is because if I worry about making things perfect for other people, I'm not gonna get anything done, right? If I worry about having the perfect product that's not gonna get judged, which doesn't exist, I'm never gonna complete anything. Yeah, there are still moments where I care about what other people think, but soon after I realize, what does it matter? I can't think that way and allow that to limit my progress and limit my velocity moving forward. So this in itself is an experience for me in overcoming the judgments and the thoughts of other people on these videos that I want to put out. But I'm still moving forward and I'm still iterating on it and learning how to make it better each video and every single step of the process. So if there's something that you've been wanting to do for a while but you just have been too afraid to start, go ahead and start. Take the smallest step forward, and once you put yourself out there, you'll realize that it's really not that scary. People are going to be more supportive of what you do and more appreciative of what you do rather than critical or judgmental about it. And as long as you put on that face of wanting feedback and wanting to make your product better, people are going to see that and they're really going to appreciate it. It's about the work and the effort and the love that you put into it, and that's what makes something genuine, and that's what people are looking for. They're looking for authentic, genuine content and material. And what's more authentic than addressing fear and overcoming it in order to achieve the things that you want? People are gonna relate to that because we all struggle with it. We all struggle with being afraid. We all struggle with that paralysis that takes hold. And especially when it comes to new ventures, you have to be willing to look like a fool in order to become a master. In order to obtain the things that you want, you have to be willing to start fresh and start from the bottom. Keep ego out of it and don't feel foolish for starting something. You can't begin an adventure or a hobby halfway through. You have to start somewhere. And everyone that's a master or a professional in some sense had to start at the bottom. So this is me putting myself out there and explaining this process of starting over for myself and giving a little insight that this isn't easy for me. It's not something that comes naturally. I have to force myself to sit down in front of the camera and talk. And for every minute that comes out usable for the video, I have 5 minutes of rambling and mumbling and ums and stumbling over my own words and sounding stupid. But you cannot let that stop you. You don't want to be 2 years, 3 years, 5 years ahead thinking, man, I really let people's opinions stop me from doing something that I was really interested in. And you'll realize in the future that the opinions of others really don't matter, especially not to the point of stopping you from starting something. So to wrap it up, if you've had something that you've wanted to start for a while that you were too afraid or too worried about what others might think, just give it a go. Put something simple out there, something basic, even mildly embarrassing. Because what you'll realize is that people don't really care as much as you do. And you may even find that some of them relate to it because they too are afraid to do something or were too embarrassed to start or to show something else, right? I mean, that is what it means to be human, is to stumble forward in your pursuits towards a larger goal. So take this as your call out to start that thing that you've been putting off for a while. Start that project, that passion project that you've been thinking about. This is your time. And don't be afraid of what people think, because I guarantee there is plenty that they're afraid to start too. And if you do find some people judging you, don't take it to heart. Use all of that to build a better product and to make it something that would be even higher quality in the end. All feedback and all criticism can be constructive as long as you view it that way. So get out there and start that thing that you want to do. And if you do, feel free to tag me in it, share it with me. I'd love to see it. I'd love to support you any way that I can. Because really, as humans, we want to create. We're creators at heart. And to support each other in that process is massive. So if you see someone else putting themselves out there, give them some encouragement and help them get to where they're going. And to wrap this up, I really appreciate y'all that are watching this. I hope you resonated with this message. If there's someone else that may be struggling on starting something new, feel free to forward this to them so they can get some inspiration. And comment your thoughts below and share anything that you're working on, because I would love to see it. Anyway, have a good day, y'all.